Hello, you wonderful YouTubers. Happy Saturday. Hope you guys are having an outstanding weekend so far. We've got a wicked project for you here today, guys. The Futaba FXT. Paul, I'm so sorry it's taken so long, man, but we're finally going to start cutting into this thing and get the restoration done. Quick bit of a backstory on this one. This was actually gifted to me from one of you wonderful viewers out there, Paul. Thanks again, brother. I really appreciate it. This thing is in overall very good shape. The body is a little on the thrashed side. It's been painted on the inside, painted on the outside. It's definitely seen better days. We have a replacement body right here from the beautiful folks at Team Blue Groove, TBG. And look at that. They even threw in a free one for me. I love TBG. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. So we're going to go with the TBG body. I've got MCI decals coming in the mail. Nathaniel was just going to work his magic and tweak the colors a little bit and get them up to the high neon 90s spec that we need to make this thing look legit. So that's on its way. And then, yeah, again, with you amazing viewers, some of you guys even went so far as to send me some Futaba care packages. Let's take a closer look. Now, I don't want to name a whole bunch of names and make people feel awkward, but you guys know who you are. And check out these beautiful Futaba servos. These are, well, we're only going to need one in this kit because we are going to go with an electronic speed controller, which we happen to have right here. We've got the Futaba AM 27 megahertz receiver. Might have to extend that antenna just a wee bit, but that is all good in the hood. Polishing off the Futaba theme, the MC210CB ESC. And this thing is in gorgeous shape. Looks like it's barely ever been used, if at all. So, so we've got some nice electronics to drop in this kit. So once again, thanks to every single one of you guys that contributed to making this happen, because wouldn't be happening if it wasn't for amazing viewers like yourselves. So thanks, guys. Appreciate it. So we've got vintage electronics. We've got a repro body. I went and picked up some paints today. I'm going to go with some fluorescent orange accents, and if that doesn't work, we're gonna try the Mr. Color fluorescent orange for the accent color on the roll bar. That should look super duper rad. And let's talk about the truck. What about the overall condition of this truck? Overall, it's in really, really nice shape. The tires even have quite a bit of tread on them. The suspension feels good. No binding. Chassis is complete. Have to throw in the steering servo. And overall, things look really good. Even the rear tires, guys, have quite a bit of tread on them. So don't have to replace the wheels or tires. But one thing I did notice is a bit of a sound from the gearbox. There's something going on inside this gearbox, so I'm going to get that cracked open here today, clean it all up. I think hopefully it's just a bearing or something that's whining in there. We can just replace it. And then what else do we have to do? Oh, just the bottom of the chassis is very well worn. This thing has got some good miles on it, some good usage. So I want to take the bulkheads, front and rear bulkheads off, strip this back down to a basic, just a bare chassis, and then take it over to the powder coaters and get it re-powder coated in a nice fresh black, so it's gonna look brand spanking new all over again. So with all that said, let's start cutting into this chassis. Let's start taking some things apart. Hopefully I don't break anything, and let's see what we're up against. Those are some dry balls. Driest balls I've seen in some time right there. Paul, you're the pro on these. Reminds me of the Top Force, kind of like a Top Force style diff. Now as I take this apart, am I going to remember how it goes back together? Probably not. But I'm going to check a Top Force manual because I think it's the same diff. All right, so it's just really dry, which is fantastic. So I'm going to get to cleaning this up a little bit. And nothing too fancy, guys. I'm just going to use a microfiber towel with some water on it. And really just get in there and clean up all this debris. All these years of grossness. Get her cleaned up a little bit. Lube everything back up again. We'll be rocking and rolling. I'll be right back. Got this diff all cleaned up as best as I could get it anyway. And now I'm going to re-grease those balls. All right, tightened her up. And that diff feels, oh, that's 1,000 times nicer. Yep, that feels better. Sorry for that noise in the background there, guys. I got a battery charging, making a bit of sound, which you may be able to hear. But speaking of sounds, check this out. I got the gearbox put back together, and nice and quiet. Sounds just like an old gearbox should sound. So that's awesome. No major damage back here. Just need to be cleaned up. 30-year-old oil and grease and pinion gear shavings in there. So got her cleaned up. She's silky smooth once again. So the rear bulkhead, I'm just going to leave it aside for now. We've got the main chassis that's going to have to go and get sanded smooth and then powder coated. So we'll get that cracking. Then we've got the body to start some paint work on. So thanks for tuning in to today's video, guys. If you haven't already, please do consider subscribing. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the content. It means a lot to us YouTube content creators. And stay tuned for part 2 in the Futaba FXT restoration video series. So have an awesome weekend, everybody. And as always, be excellent to each other.